Robin.
Oh, boy, what a day. It's days like today, I love doing radio.
Yeah.
It's easy with this Anthony Weiner thing.
That's exactly. I couldn't have been happier to have done Red Eye last night because
Perfect day to do it.
It was one of those days where it's like, please,
right?
Got to come up with they usually send an email and they say, give us a few notes on the topics and email them back. So Greg knows what to ask and Andy and stuff like that. And I pretty much just wrote, really. What are you kidding? Like the press conference is happening as I'm supposed to be writing some shit.
Right.
I'm like, this is a work in progress.
It writes itself.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll wing it. And then I think there was a little controversy with my closing thing last night. Where Andy asks a question and you got to kind of answer.
They cut it out.
No. But I got an email back that was kind of like, well, the Casey Anthony trial thing, a little sensitive and that. And I'm like, I didn't talk about the kid. I was talking about her and how she's a white trash lying psychopath that I would absolutely have at my house if she wasn't up for capital murder.
What's wrong with that?
That wasn't, apparently, because I did say it and it went through. So,
but what's wrong with saying that?
I think they were having a little problem with, at Fox in general, with any type of humor done with a child murderess.
No,
so they were that. But there was also a Naomi Campbell story that we never got to, that she was suing Cadbury because Cadbury had a ad campaign that said, move over, Naomi, there's a new diva. And she said it was racist.
Oh,
yeah, she pulled the race card on it. So
how is that racist?
I have no fucking idea. No one knows. She's a fucking bitch that throws shit at the help and punches people and has been taken to court for physical abuse of people, and she's calling Cadbury, and Cadbury's representatives apologized to her. So I was like, you know what? I said, well, something like 10 lashes with a wet Twizzler. And they were like, well, she's black and whipping black people, even though it's licorice.
But it's like Twizzler.
Yeah, the joke is the Twizzler. It's not like,
actually, you could do some damage with a Twizzler.
Yeah, you probably could.
And by the way, Twizzlers suck.
I love Twizzlers.
Do you really?
Fresh ones. They can't be hard.
With you?
Yuck.
Twizzlers suck.
No, Twizzlers are good.
They have a big Twizzlers sign in Times Square.
Yeah.
They're advertising Twizzlers.
I love the Twizzler.
You like Twizzlers, Jimmy?
I like a Twizzler. Isn't a Twizzler good?
Really?
Yeah, when I used to stay at the Park Meridian, they would put a Twizzler in a little a little vase, a couple of Twizzlers, and you go in your room, and it was like, ooh, a treat.
I don't like the cherry ones. I don't like the strawberry.
No, they've got to be the original flavor. Strawberry Twizzler.
They give you Twizzlers instead of a nice piece of chocolate.
We're taking your calls. Twizzlers or chocolates?
It's got to be chocolate every time when you stay in a hotel.
I don't want the chocolate.
And a maid that'll suck your cock.
Right.
That's right, or at least is afraid of a right hook. Apparently in a
one tuck,
Sofitel.
One no tuck, Lupe.
Did you read the article? Most guys, when they're on the road, expect sex with their room service.
What?
Did you read this article?
Most guys?
Yes, it came out yesterday.
Who wrote that one?
Most guys are expecting something to happen when they order room service.
You sure you don't have to be part of international monetary? No?
It was a pretty good article. Is that the article?
You expect sex with your, maid service? Or
well, they said
when you check into a hotel?
They said room service, but I think they're talking in general.
It's always some guy that brings the food up for room service. Well, it's very rare it's a woman.
I still howl at those videos of the guy that calls room service or the maid.
Jerk-off guy.
And then he's just jerking off as she opens the door.
It's the best gag. You set up a camera next to the bed so you can see the bed and the door of the hotel room. You call up a maid that you need towels or room service or something. You leave your door open.
Unlocked,
and then you just start jacking off, and the woman walks in and sees you jacking, and she's like, "Oh!"
and closes the door
real
fast.
Reaction. It's like fucking candid camera with a fucking cock.
We saw those videos a while ago. They're fucking funny.
It's fucking hilarious.
Jimmy, you ready to play Weiner?
Yes, I am.
Anthony Weiner. March 16th Facebook message exchange with middle-aged Nevada Democratic volunteer Lisa Weiss.
Oh.
And is Iraq playing Weiss?
Yes.
You want to play it from there, or you want to be nice and close to Jimmy?
Vice Angel.
E-Rock.
Wherever you guys want to do it.
You should come in.
Yeah, come in. Join the party and have a puff, by the way. Remember that place I was talking about yesterday on the show?
Yeah. What's it called?
I went there for you guys.
Breitbart.
Beard Papas?
Beard Papas, yeah. A bunch of Japanese women run this place, I think.
Oh, yeah? Oh, geez. Full release cream puffs?
Yeah, exactly. And then you pick out your shell, and then they shove this thing in it and put the cream in right there on the spot. It's delicious.
It does look delicious.
You like them, Jimmy?
They're delicious.
I had one. It was very good. I won't have another one.
You got to try the strawberry one.
Nah, one is good.
One is good.
E-Rock, can we hear your girl's voice?
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Don't read one of the lines, just in general.
Yeah.
Just a greeting, a morning greeting.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, is that sexy enough for this play acting?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Sexy enough for anything.
I got a bit of it chubby.
Well, give him my number.
All right, Weiner started this back and forth on Facebook.
Yeah.
Let me get some water.
Jimmy as Weiner. E-Rock as Weiss.
Love play acting.
Ridiculous bulge in my shorts now. Wanna see?
This is Independence Day.
Yes.
That's great.
It's a caricature.
That's his inspiration.
Opie said he wanted it very, very stereotypically Jewish.
That
That's what
is
he's
true.
doing.
I was looking for a Jewish job.
Okay, let's do it again. Ridiculous bulge in my shorts now. Wanna see? Yeah, can you send me a pic? I want to sit on your cock so bad right now. Jeez, I'm rushing. Let me take a quick pic. Awesome. How do I get it? Right on here? How are you gonna go?
No, that's...
Somebody forgot her lines.
Oh, yeah, you got 2 lines in a row there.
Should we back up a little bit?
Miss Missy.
Jeez, I'm rushing. Let me take a quick pic. Awesome. How do I get it? Right on here? How are you going to go to work with a raging heart on? It won't go away now. And now I'm taking pics of it, making me hotter still. So hot. You are making me wet again. Jeez, I have to go. I'll hit you later. Off to the shower. This thing is a bobbing up and down. Wish I was in the shower to help. Wish I was in the shower with you to help. You give good head. I've been told really good, and I love doing it. Wow, a Jewish girl who sucks dick. This thing is ready to do damage.
Holy shit. That was like a Nazi propaganda poster. Holy shit.
I love it.
Oh, I got one. Hey, they don't say my name Weiner for nothing.
Good one, Chip.
I know.
Oh, sorry.
I've been ready for that one.
Looking at this transcript, when she goes, so hot, you're making me wet again.
Yeah.
And then he goes, geez, I have to go. I'll hit you later. You know what that means, right? He finished.
He jerked. Oh, of course.
Oh,
He
yeah,
jerked
yeah,
off.
he finished.
Why would you go at that point when she's saying she's wet again?
And then he's off to the shower.
And then off to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
shower. This thing is bobbing up and down. No, it's not. Not anymore.
Now it's fucking collapsing like a fucking Civil War soldier who's just been shot. It's collapsing and falling in on itself in a pile of mud.
In our humble opinion, that's what's going on there.
Yeah.
I'll
Yes,
say
of
it
course.
for the record.
Yeah.
He blew what's he going to sue me for defamation?
Exactly.
You implied my client came all over himself while sending photos of his genitals. Is that true?
Mr. Norton.
Yes, prove he didn't come. Show me that cock photo, and if there's no cum on it, I'll eat my hat, by gum. Fuck allegedly. He was jerking off right here.
He's going to the shower. The thing's swinging in the breeze, drooling.
Oh, please.
His dick is
Looking sick at that point.
It looks like a paralyzed snail is hanging off his torso. It's damp.
Nothing worse than your impressive rod looking sick 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
And then it's just silly stringing cum back and forth to your legs as you walk to the shower.
Looks like Imogen Lloyd Webber on the way to the fucking bathroom, just vomiting. I almost said Wibber, but thank God I stopped myself.
She was a vomiting little English girl.
Poor gal.
Oh, yeah, I felt bad.
The
for
woman
her.
goes, so hot, you're making me wet again. And then he's like, I have to go. That's... Yeah.
Yeah.
He did what he had to do.
Hit me up later. A Jewish girl who sucks dick. I like Jimmy's interpretation was very
Sure,
good.
you might as well. This way, it's not as dirty.
I think you
wish they
definitely overshadowed E-Rock's performance in that. Yet E-Rock did a good job.
As a girl, yes,
As
he
the
did.
girl, yes.
Because I'm getting so wet.
Yeah, yeah.
That was actually E-Rock saying that.
Yeah.
Looking at these fucking treats.
Looking at Beard Papa's fucking cream puffs. He was getting wet.
Hey, pass those around, man.
Sam, why don't you
Sam, you gonna have one?
I will.
You will? All right.
Let everybody see them. Pass it around.
Oh.
Ant, you should have one.
No.
It'll keep you up, man. That's sugar in that shit.
I got to stay off the sweets.
Hey,
Yeah.
and by the way, it was the wind blowing my shirt, you cunts.
By the way.
They know what
By
I'm
the
talking
way.
about. Roland took a picture of me as I was filming my latest video, and,
Yeah.
and it might have looked like I was pregnant.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
One of
and-
those where the shirt puffs out?
And all the guys out there that are so concerned what I look like.
I know. Boy, let me tell you.
Look, I accept the jokes. I really do. But it's a little creepy when some of them really meant it.
Guys are very
It's kinda
critical of
creepy.
our bodies.
I know, it's
Isn't
really
that fucking
creepy, man.
creepy? Fuck you guys. They're very critical of our
Then
bodies.
again, you are showing it off, Ant.
That's
yes.
Roland took that picture as I'm filming some shit yesterday on the street. Yeah, go to my Twitter if you want to see my latest video. Cheap plug, I know. And they're saying, "Look, what happened to the V?
The V. The V.
You should start drinking Bud Light." Hey, are you pregnant with your second kid?
Is this all shit they were saying?
Dude, that first of all, that's a large shirt. Only an L. I'm up to an L. Sometimes I could hit up an M every once in a while.
And when you video, you do kind of lean
Yeah.
back a little.
I'm
Like,
trying to remember the rest of the comments.
Wait a minute. Was he a great big fat person? He was big through the hips, roomy.
Roomy.
Hey, Tubby.
Someone say, hey, Tubby. That's funny.
Tubby.
Hey, get a lot of fats over there.
Nobody wants to be called Tubby.
Tubby.
And then a few people noticed that I'm the worst dressed millionaire ever.
Your backwards hat and your fucking...
Well, you have to turn your
Dirty
hat around if
t-shirt.
you're fucking in the middle of filming
Well,
something.
that is true.
It is a really good video, to be completely honest, because the girl is a whack job.
Yeah, she's kooky.
Then I'm right in the face of the guy trying to give a parking ticket out, and I'm like sitting there going, well, let's see what happens if the guy has a heart, and we'll let this girl go, because she's
No.
pleading her case big time.
Ain't gonna happen.
Huh?
They do not let people go.
Oh, this is the audio of the video, but what the hell?
Nice long New York ambient sound.
I'm doing my job, sir.
I'm doing my job, sir. It's like, all right, whatever.
Can you just pause this?
You're gonna give me a ticket?
We don't have to watch the whole thing because it's more
Yeah, I'm
of a
gonna
visual.
give you a fucking
But the
ticket.
best part, she must be an actress or something. Because all of a sudden, the guy said, "I'm not letting you go." At
Yeah.
this point, she goes, "Oh, thank you very much." Starts going into her car and then goes, "What? You're giving me a ticket?"
She was trying to bamboozle. She was
Yeah.
trying some Jedi mind shit on him.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Go to my Twitter if you want to check out the video.
You're not
we don't
giving me
have
a
to play
ticket.
the audio.
I'm not giving you a ticket.
Right.
I'm free to leave. You're free to leave.
It is a good
Oh, wait,
one,
it's
though.
backwards.
Well, I was just making silly videos. Ant's hanging with the movers and the shakers last
I was
night.
hobnobbing with the newsmakers.
He hung out with Andrew Breitbart, who started this whole Weiner controversy.
Yeah.
And late in the night, you finally talked to him?
No, it was
It was early?
and we hung out drinking for about 3 hours.
What am I about to hear here? Because I don't really know.
This is I pulled out the old iPhone and took some video and asked him about
Weiner?
I did ask him about some Weiner stuff.
Was that good enough to play on our show?
Yeah, some good shit on that one. Breitbart talks about the Weiner press conference. But I also hit him up about, if you remember, he's the guy, Breitbart, his site was the one that broke the homeless Charlie thing that got us thrown off the air.
Okay.
And suspended for a month.
All right, so why don't we play this one first? Breitbart talks about the Weiner press conference, and then you got to talk to him about our problem we had.
Yeah, and
homeless Charlie, because he broke that story and
what
almost got us
happened with
fired.
that? He
got us
remembered
suspended
all
for
that.
30 days.
Yeah.
And you said, is it good enough to play on our show? If it's audio, yes.
Yeah.
God damn. You're my fucking hero.
I don't even know what to say. Fucking you, I just don't want to hear charade anymore. All right, you ready?
All right, we're ready.
Pre-interview.
So I get a text message today, this afternoon, that says, Jason, turn on CNN now. I turn on CNN, and there Andrew Breitbart is, taking over Anthony
Breitbart or Breitbart?
What happened?
It's the most bizarre story. I just got off a plane from North Carolina. Had a car drop me off at my hotel. I was supposed to meet a local reporter, Marsha Kramer, the one that got kicked
Sally
out
Kramer?
of his, Congressman Weiner's office, and she wasn't there. And I'm like, why isn't she here? She begged me for an interview, and she's not here. So I checked my BlackBerry, and it says that she's gone 5 blocks up the road. I'm at 47th and Broadway, and she's at 53rd.
It's pretty sauced at this point.
5 blocks away, 4 blocks up, 1 block east. And she said that she's there for Congressman Weiner's press conference. So I'm thinking to myself, wow, I can't believe I'm in about a 3-minute, 5-minute walk to Congressman Weiner's press conference, and it's a half hour from now. So I just went upstairs, put some water on my face because I've been traveling all day, and I said, okay, I'm going to go to the conference with no agenda in mind. And I just walked into the room, realized my number one concern was that my BlackBerry had run out of power, so I kept looking for a place to charge my phone in a room when people were trying to plug in their equipment everywhere. So there was no place to find it, and somehow a bunch of people noticed who I was.
Somehow?
And then you can see in the New York Times
Room full of
today,
press.
we're
Yeah.
all surrounded.
It's like Spalding
You can
Gray.
see, this is proof. This is beyond proof. You can see that I'm like up against the wall like this, and there are about 50 people, 60 people around me asking me questions, and people say, get up on the podium, get up on the podium. I'm like, can I do that? It's his podium. They go, yeah, get up on the podium and talk. We can't hear you. I go, okay, I guess. And I went up there, and I talked for about 15 minutes, and I thought, well, obviously, it didn't dawn on me that this was live television. It did not dawn on me this was live television. I thought that maybe some people would record and some people would take notes, but I had no idea. Why would they cut the live coverage on network and cable news? It didn't make sense to me. They were simply waiting for some people to say Weiner's at the podium.
He didn't know how big this story was, like, at the time.
That communication, I had no idea would go as broad as it did. And so when I got off the podium, Hannon was like, I need to talk to you live. And so the conversation was about my live press conference.
But you weren't just answering questions. I'm watching you just berate the media for not doing their job.
Well, that's what I do for a living. That's what I do for a living.
So the media can't spin this one anymore.
No, but I mean, it was 10 excruciating days of me being blamed for savaging the girl that I chose not to name her name. It was 10 excruciating days of being called an actor. And I kept wondering, is there anyone there? Is there anyone in the realm of journalism to say Salon Magazine's not allowed to make stuff up that's just born of crap?
Well, is this a textbook case of why Andrew Breitbart exists?
Yes, and that's the problem. It keeps forcing me to have to wake up to do the same thing. I want to get on with my life. I want to have a life. But every day I wake up and I see this paradigm of an unfair media that constantly, instinctively goes after the messenger. It constantly, instinctively goes after the good guy. It constantly stands up for the blatantly bad guy. I don't know how it got this way. I mean, I do. I wrote a friggin' book on it, but I can't believe that we live in this science fiction novel. Isaac Asimov could not have envisioned this. George Orwell could not have envisioned this. These people have no moral compass, they have no ethical compass, and they attack the people who tell the truth, and they support the people who are the bad guys. And it's fun to have comeuppance and vindication in such a public venue like that by mistake. It was by mistake.
The book is Righteous Indignation, which if you haven't read, you got to pick it up. Breitbart, appreciate what you do, brother.
Thank you very much.
Seriously.
Thank you.
Yeah, he like
Wow.
like he was saying too, just to get that out there, like, and it just happened so organically that he's vindicated after being smeared like that
He
for a
just happened
couple
to
of
be
days.
that close to the press conference?
Yeah, it's just
Holy
a complete
shit.
accident.
But the media killed this guy for Acorn. It's like they're
Yeah,
always
yeah.
killing him for breaking stories. But it's like they break stories all the time, and they didn't kill other members of the press for breaking Watergate, which is
Right.
obviously more important than this. But on the scale of things, Watergate was not that important. I mean, you know, that
was
break-in
that when
was
Nixon
not
was
that
showing his
important.
cock?
Yes.
Yes.
Look
Yeah.
at this, Juju.
Hey, Junos.
But you know what I mean? It's the nerve of them to fucking beat up Breitbart for breaking or for setting up Acorn. Hey, Acorn shouldn't have done what they did.
Yeah, they were a bunch of crooks.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Man, is this going to help him, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, this,
Breitbart was already on his way, but this
Oh
is going
yeah,
to
yeah.
really fucking push him forward.
This-
Nice to have somebody pushing back against the fucking media.
He broke our homeless Charlie story.
Yes, he did.
Turns out the Breitbart people are fans of our show.
Yeah.
And we had a homeless guy when we used to walk from one studio to the other. Actually, it was the first day we met him. And unfortunately, it was the last day we ever saw the guy. I truly believe that someone had him killed.
We should play that fucking one.
I really do believe, because we've never seen the guy again. He was a huge fan of the show. Homeless guy.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Had great comedic timing.
Yep.
So we're like, hey, come on upstairs. What the hell? This is the type of shit we do, right?
Yeah.
Well, we used to walk around New York with a radio. And he came up and said some shit. And we thought, this is so over the top crazy. You know, this is fine. Yep. But someone grabbed the audio and pushed it to Breitbart, and they posted it on their website.
Yeah.
And fast forward, we probably were going to get fired if we didn't have Eric Logan around.
Yeah.
But the best he could do for us, he had to suspend us for 30 days.
And nothing happened, by the way. The story went away like it always does. That fucking
yeah.
Hugh Panera wanted to fire us.
Yeah. But he was saying some crazy things about the Queen of England, the First Lady.
Yeah, he said he wanted to. What about that Bush bitch?
Condoleezza Rice.
Talk about raping the Queen and Condoleezza. He was a crazy homeless guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So we felt like at the time, because we're aware, we felt like we don't have to explain this guy. He's a crazy homeless guy saying some crazy shit.
Yeah, satellite radio is perfect for that.
But we learned the hard way. Nope.
Don't laugh. We couldn't laugh. That was the problem, is that we laughed along and egged it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Hugh Panero, who ran XM at the time, certainly wanted us fired. But Logan, I think, had enough power to kind of push back for us.
Yeah, thank God.
I'll never forget that. Because even when he called us and said what was going on, I immediately went into attack mode, like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
And for once, Logan goes, listen to me. Trust me on this. This isn't bullshit. You have no idea what I just fucking did for you guys.
Take the hit.
He basically said, take the hit.
Yeah.
Get in front of the story, he said.
Yep.
Yeah.
But, you know, that was one time he pushed back and didn't let me rant and rave. He goes, listen, you have no fucking idea what this was supposed to be.
Don't.
Until about an hour ago.
And that was, by the way, I'm glad that happened in hindsight. That's right when I taped HBO, and I couldn't even acknowledge XM because the fans were booing XM for fucking booting us off.
Right.
Fans were so fucking angry about that removal.
Yeah.
But that's when I started coming back at 5 days a week again, because then K-Rock couldn't say anything.
All right.
Fucking cocksuckers.
Oh, swim walk. So Ann talked to Breitbart about the homeless Charlie incident.
Yeah.
It started with Breitbart.
Maybe get a little of that.
Andrew, you pretty much busted open the homeless Charlie thing, which suspended us for 2 weeks. I think it was even a month. But it was paid, so I never got to thank you. Thank you, by the way, because I got paid for it. I got paid for it. What happened there that the homeless guy, he had threatened to rape, I guess it was Condoleezza Rice,
and
the
Maggie
Queen,
Thatcher.
Maggie Thatcher, and Barbara Bush. Not Barbara Bush.
Right.
Yeah, George
And
W.
the entire reason to create Breitbart.tv was to find the most compelling or controversial clips on the internet, and we launched that month. And the person who was the editor at the time was a listener of your show, and he heard it and he put it up. And next thing I know, I'm watching you guys, it's fun. I mean, I can't complain, because at the end of the day, when you hire people to do a job, and so I'm like, it's strange. I was in Europe once, and I read an article on Google about me and how I took down an a North Carolina congressman, Bob Etheridge, who grabbed the kids and
Oh yeah.
I'm like, Andrew Breitbart's done it again. I go, I I'm in Europe on vacation. And so it's funny, sometimes I get attacked for things that I didn't do personally.
Right.
And
But
sometimes I get praised for things that I didn't do personally.
But it's under your name is why people go like, oh, it's Andrew Breitbart. Right.
It's just strange. You just have to kind of go, hey, this is what I do.
Yeah. So he was saying that he wasn't even kind of responsible for it. It was his staff or other people or something. But it's under his name, so he knew.
Breitbart didn't put the Drudge headline.
Right.
And this is what's amazing, how fast things are declared, dude. Like some blogger declared it, will this hurt the merger? And that actually made these dummies go, well, will it?
Will it?
No!
Right. His site just put the audio up, thinking it was, like he said, his staff were fans, thought it was interesting audio.
Yeah.
But then when you take that audio and put a headline above it that says, oh, well, this is outrageous, but then it becomes a problem.
I don't know if the staff were fans or if he just kind of feels bad now in hindsight. Because that was put up to try, which, again, I could care less.
Yeah,
It got me a month from fucking going home at 9 a.m. and watching Lost.
Yeah, got me a month paid. It's great. Fucking could wake up a little later. Was that it?
We left earlier.
Actually, we left earlier.
We left at 9.
Right.
I was going home at 9 every day.
God, was that fucking fantastic.
Knowing they were coming back on, and I would go home and watch Lost in my fucking bedroom. I would bring my tray tables in, and Fan had loaned me Lost.
Oh.
How many times am I going to say the word Lost?
It was a perfect schedule. 3 hours. Oh, my God.
It's fantastic. And getting paid for the whole thing. Fuck them.
Anyway, here's part 2. Breitbart is a big free speech guy. Anthony's exclusive interview with the guy that broke the Weiner story.
By the way,
as they were drinking together late last night somewhere in Times Square.
iPhone video, very good.
Very
impressive.
Absolutely. It's right up there with the HD Flip now.
It's really good.
Yeah, really good.
You can't pan too fast is the problem.
No, as long as you hold it steady and you kind of, like for a still interview like that with one person, it's great, yeah.
Audio could be slightly better, but it's comparable to the HD Flip.
It was a noisy street, right by an open
hear
bar.
everything.
Yeah,
no problem.
It wasn't bad.
And so it's funny to have finally met you because I am a First Amendment guy, and I've defended I went to every right-winger when Bill Maher was being attacked after 9/11. I want comedy to be extreme.
Yeah.
I grew up in the comedy clubs. I got my first girlfriend to broke up with me because I was taking her to comedy clubs. I go, but don't you understand? I'm taking you. You're seeing Seinfeld at the height of his career. I go, you're seeing Richard Lewis. You're seeing Jenna. You're seeing all these fuckers.
Jenny.
I got broken up because of that attitude. And so comedy to me is the exhaust system of culture. And so I think that you should be able to say whatever the hell you want. And so I remember at the time, Jim Treacher, who I'm now friends with from the Daily Caller, and he was upset with me that we drew attention to it. He goes, but you don't understand. I go, I'm not advocating that they're being taken off of the air. It was an interesting segment.
It was just an interesting story.
That's right.
Right.
It was.
You aren't saying take these motherfuckers off the air because some guy, a homeless guy. By the way, I think satellite radio is the complete fucking outlet for a homeless guy, lunatic, that wants to voice his lunacy.
Right.
That is like.
I said,
so why be held accountable for that?
All I can tell you is I'm glad that I could have gotten you a paid vacation.
You guys are just...
We're just drinking.
You're just drunk.
That was great.
What's with the music in the background?
It was
outside the bar, right?
It's coming out of the bar. Yeah, that was out on the street, but there was a big double French doors and shit that opened to the street. So
did other people know that Breitbart was in the bar?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
People coming around and taking pictures and shit.
Yeah.
Especially when Ann Coulter came up, then it was like a whole big clusterfuck out on the sidewalk.
It's funny. She's people always, as many people as hate Ann. Every time I've ever been with her, and people have been approached her, she's been so nice.
Oh yeah.
And I've never seen anybody be rude to her. They're always nice to her, and they're surprised by how nice she is.
Yeah.
People are like, fuck Ann Coulter, and then they walk up and she's like, hi, and they're like, oh, can we take a picture?
Yeah, exactly.
And she's nice to everybody.
All right, listen, Florentine's here, so why don't we take a break?
All right.
Reset a little bit. As we go to break, why don't we do this Duke Nukem thing, too?
What's that, the game?
Ooh,
Duke
game,
Nukem Forever for
Duke
Xbox
Nukem Forever.
360 or
There's babes in
PlayStation
it.
3. We got one copy of the new Duke Nukem Forever video game.
Do you guys like the smell of a girl's armpits?
No.
Sometimes.
A little,
Sometimes.
maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
You don't like a little bit of like you want a girl to wear deodorant?
Yeah. If
I
you're,
don't mind when they wear deodorant. That's but if they get a little,
you gotta be
funky,
attracted to her, and then it's
care.
not. It's
yeah,
okay.
that's true.
Yeah.
If you're not attracted to the girl, oh my god, it's horrendous.
Oh yeah, if there's no sexual or
If
physical
there's no
chemistry.
chemical
It's true though.
connection.
Yeah.
This is the first Duke Nukem game in 15 years, by the way. Wow. In stores June 14th.
waiting.
Rated M for mature. And you got to be a subscriber, and you got to not be a resident of Alaska, Hawaii, or Canada.
Well,
So we'll give one of those away. Wow. Phones are lit. All right. Random caller, I guess, will work. And Jim Florentine's next.
nice.
Rob it, Rob it, Rob it, tell him, Fred, I invented everything.
Antonio.
Amy.